Mr.Bones. I'd buy that for $1.
What up, peeps? Mr. Bones back at you, and welcome back to another Dollar Tree Theater. And what we're talking about is 2013's Fright Night 2. Directed by Eduardo Rodriguez, written by Matt Venn, starring Will Payne as Charlie Brewster, Chris Waller as Evil Ed Bates, Sasha Parkinson as Amy Peterson, Sean Power as Peter Vincent, and Jamie Murray as Jerry Dandridge. In Romania, Charlie and his friends discover that their alluring professor is a real-life vampire. Hell-bent on completing an ancient ritual with Amy's blood, are they doomed to spend eternity as ravenous creatures of the night? This is my first time seeing this. I have not seen the first one, but because I don't own it, but I've heard that this is pretty much another remake of the original and lesser of a sequel to the first remake, which I've pretty much seen that. This is a pretty good movie. This has Ed, Evil Ed, and Charlie and his girlfriend Amy and the rest of their classmates arriving in Romania as like a school trip to study something, to learn from Professor Dandridge, which is turns out to be a vampire, a head vampire, Elizabeth Bathory, or whatever Ed describes her as. As soon as they get there, they're in their room, and Charlie sees a woman across the way in another hotel making out with a woman in her underwear, her lingerie, and he's excited and he's yelling for Ed to come out of the bathroom and check this out. Next thing you know, the one woman, which is Jerry Dandridge, bites a hole in the neck of the other woman. By the time Ed comes out, he's like, "Oh, what? Stone decorations on the outside of a building? I've never seen that before," because they were already gone. So you got Charlie and Evil. That's all he ever calls him. He never calls him Ed. Charlie and Evil and Amy and their other classmates are going to class and stuff, and you got Charlie, who knows she's a vampire, so he keeps sneaking around, going into her apartment and seeing her casket, and sees her at one point as like an old lady vampire. She looks like a wrinkly witch from a Rob Zombie movie, and has a young woman in there and bleeds her out and bathes in her blood, and then turns back into the young Jerry Dandridge. And he keeps following around, poking the bear and trying to get in trouble. And he convinces Ed about her, and Ed's showing him Peter Vincent's web show, who turns out to be a fraud. They go pay him money to help take her out, and eventually she kidnaps Amy, and he goes to him for help, but he says, no thank you. So then it comes down to Charlie having to face Jerry by himself and try to save Amy. It's a pretty good movie. It's, newer made movie. It kind of reminds me of the Forsaken and the newer Lost Boy movies, but better than them, and great effects, and the acting's good. Good story. It's pretty much the original story, but updated. First time watch, and I enjoyed it. I had fun with it, and I'd recommend you check it out, and that's what I watched. Peace.